Across the vast expanse of America's national parks, a chilling phenomenon unfolds. People vanish. They disappear without a trace, leaving behind unanswered questions and a haunting silence. These are the missing 411 cases, named after the FBI's missing person code. These cases defy explanation. They share eerie similarities, challenging our understanding of the natural world. Experienced hikers vanish, children disappear in broad daylight. Clues are scarce and the answers remain elusive. These are not stories of simple wanderings gone wrong. These are mysteries that linger, fueled by strange details and a lack of closure. Join us as we delve into the heart of the missing 411 phenomenon, exploring real cases and the unsettling questions they raise. Prepare to enter a world where the familiar turns strange and the wilderness holds secrets yet to be revealed. In 1985, 36-year-old Kevin O'Keefe ventured into the Alaskan wilderness. He was an experienced outdoorsman drawn to the solitude of nature. Glacier Bay National Park was his destination, a place of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving terrain. O'Keefe was prepared. He had taken a wilderness survival course, honing his skills for the challenges ahead. He packed meticulously, ensuring he had everything needed for his solo camping trip. Weeks passed and O'Keefe did not return. Concern turned to alarm, prompting a search and rescue operation. Rangers found his campsite, but something was amiss. His gear was scattered, as if abandoned in haste. His tent was strangely collapsed, not in a way consistent with natural forces. There were no signs of a struggle, no animal tracks, no indication of what had transpired. The search intensified, with teams combing the area by air and ground. Dogs were brought in, their keen senses searching for any trace of O'Keefe. Days turned into weeks and the search yielded few clues. Some of O'Keefe's belongings were found half a mile from his campsite, scattered and seemingly out of place. But of O'Keefe himself, there was no sign. The mystery deepened. How could an experienced outdoorsman vanish without a trace? What could have caused him to abandon his campsite in such a way? The questions lingered, unanswered, a testament to the unforgiving nature of the wilderness and the secrets it holds. Patrick Whalen, a 33-year-old survivalist, knew the wilds of Montana like the back of his hand. He frequented a particular park, finding solace in its rugged beauty. In 2000, during one of his regular visits, Whalen vanished. His disappearance was shrouded in unusual circumstances, leaving authorities baffled. Whalen was last seen alive after hitting a deer with his truck. Witnesses reported him acting strangely, seemingly disoriented and agitated. He abandoned his vehicle, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Days later, his campsite was discovered. It was weathered, as if exposed to the elements for an extended period, but unoccupied. Food was left behind untouched. The scene suggested Whalen had set up camp but never returned. The most perplexing clue was an empty buck knife sheath found near the campsite. Whalen always carried his trusty knife, a tool he relied on in the wilderness. Its absence hinted at a possible confrontation, but with whom? The mystery deepened. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Whalen was ever found. The strange events leading up to his disappearance, the abandoned campsite, the missing knife, all pointed to something sinister. Something beyond a simple case of getting lost. The wilderness had claimed another soul, leaving behind a chilling enigma that continues to haunt those who dare to venture into its depths. Mount Marcy, the highest peak in New York State, attracts hikers with its challenging trails and breathtaking views. But in 1976, this majestic mountain became the backdrop for a chilling disappearance. 19-year-old Stephen Thomas, an avid hiker, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions. Thomas was hiking with a group, enjoying the camaraderie and the challenge of the climb. As they neared their destination, Thomas decided to take a shortcut back to camp, a decision that would prove fatal. The weather was clear, with a full moon illuminating the night sky. Visibility was good, and the trail, though a shortcut, was well trodden. Yet Thomas never arrived at the camp. His companions, concerned by his prolonged absence, raised the alarm. A massive search and rescue operation was launched, with teams scouring the mountainside for any sign of the missing hiker. Days turned into weeks, but the search yielded no results. Thomas seemed to have vanished into thin air. The most perplexing aspect of his disappearance was the lack of any trace. Thomas was wearing a bright yellow jacket, which should have been easily spotted against the backdrop of the mountain terrain, yet no sign of the jacket or any of his belongings was ever found. The mystery deepened. How could an experienced hiker vanish on a clear night on a familiar trail? What could have happened to him? The questions lingered unanswered, echoing through the vast emptiness of the mountain. These cases, while tragic and individual, share chilling similarities. They point to a larger phenomenon, a pattern of strange disappearances in national parks and forests across North America. This is the heart of the missing 411 phenomenon, a term coined by researcher and author David Paulides. Paulides has, dedicated years to investigating these cases, meticulously documenting the details and uncovering unsettling trends. The disappearances often occur in clusters, concentrated in specific areas within national parks. Victims are often experienced outdoors people, familiar with the terrain and well-equipped for their adventures, yet somehow they vanish without a trace, leaving behind baffled search and rescue teams and grieving families. The circumstances surrounding these disappearances are often unusual. Personal belongings are found scattered as if dropped in haste. Footprints abruptly end, with no sign of a struggle or animal activity. Witnesses report strange behavior prior to the disappearances, such as disorientation, confusion, or a sudden and inexplicable change in demeanor. These chilling details defy easy explanation. They challenge our understanding of the natural world and, honestly, the dangers it holds. The missing 411 phenomenon suggests that there are forces at play. We do not fully comprehend mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our national parks, waiting to claim unsuspecting souls. The missing 411 cases are united by a common thread: a profound lack of answers. Despite extensive searches, investigations, and analysis, the mysteries remain unsolved. The families of the missing are left with unanswered questions, haunted by the unknown fate of their loved ones. The search for answers is often hampered by the challenging terrain where these disappearances occur. Dense forests, rugged mountains, and vast wilderness areas make searches difficult and honestly time-consuming. Clues are often scarce, eroded by the elements, or lost in the vastness of the landscape. The lack of a clear motive or pattern further complicates the investigations. There is no evidence of serial predators, no consistent environmental factors, no logical explanations for why these individuals vanished. The missing 411 cases challenge our understanding of criminal behavior, natural phenomena, and the very nature of reality itself. They force us to confront the possibility that there are forces at play we do not fully comprehend, mysteries that may never be fully solved. The lack of concrete answers breeds speculation. Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the paranormal. Some believe the disappearances are the work of human predators operating in the shadows of the wilderness. Others point to environmental factors such as sudden weather changes, dangerous wildlife encounters, or falls into hidden crevices. Still, others embrace more fringe theories, attributing the disappearances to paranormal activity, extraterrestrial intervention, or even portals to other dimensions. While these theories offer possible explanations, none fully account for the strange circumstances surrounding the missing 411 cases. The lack of evidence, the unusual behavior of some victims prior to their disappearance, and the sheer number of unsolved cases fuel the speculation and, keep the mystery alive. The truth, it seems, remains elusive, hidden, somewhere in the vastness of the wilderness and the depths of human imagination. While the missing 411 phenomenon is undoubtedly unsettling, it is important to remember that these cases are relatively rare. Millions of people visit national parks and forests every year, and the vast majority return home safely. However, these cases serve as a stark reminder of the importance of wilderness safety. The wilderness can be unpredictable, and it is crucial to be prepared for any eventuality. Before venturing into the wild, always inform someone of your plans, including your intended route and expected return time. Pack appropriately for the terrain and weather conditions, bringing ample food, water, and essential gear. Familiarize yourself with basic survival skills such as navigation, first aid, and shelter building. Stay aware of your surroundings, paying attention to any unusual sights, sounds, or changes in the environment. If hiking with a group, maintain visual contact with each other and establish designated meeting points in case of separation. The missing 411 cases continue to fascinate and frustrate in equal measure. They stand as a testament to the enduring power of mystery, the limits of human understanding, and the untamed wilderness that surrounds us. These cases serve as a reminder that even in our modern age, there are still enigmas that defy explanation, secrets hidden in the shadows of our world. As we strive to make sense of these disappearances, we are left with more questions than answers. What forces are at play in these wild places? What happened to those who vanished without a trace? Are there logical explanations for these events? Or do they point to something more profound, something beyond our current understanding? The answers for now remain elusive, lost somewhere in the vastness of the wilderness and the depths of human mystery.